For centuries, we've crafted new ways to remember the dead, using the technologies of the time as a means for doing so: gravestones, memorial books, online tribute pages. But deathbots are different. They claim to offer something more: a two-way conversation between the living and the dead, the chance to create new memories. The rise of these technologies reflects a broader cultural shift. The dead have become increasingly visible and persistent online, and the boundary between the living and the dead seems to have become more blurred. But these synthetic afterlives, powered by AI systems built on computational logics and data processing rather than any true understanding of human grief, have surfaced complex ethical and legal questions. These relate in part to how data collection and processing by these platforms intersects with privacy and consent issues, especially given companies must navigate responsibilities to both deceased persons' digital legacies and their dignity, as well as the needs of grieving family members or users. There are concerns about how these systems build from and exacerbate structural inequalities, and about the commercial exploitation of the dead. There is a growing call for more robust ethical frameworks and guidelines to govern the creation and use of these systems, and a need to better understand user experiences of them. We have been building deathbots in our research, seeking to understand their complex affective, mnemonic, and material qualities. We have found building a synthetic afterlife to be a process of emotional editing as you shape the tenor of your legacy and anticipate the feelings of the person you are making it for. The potential for emotional discomfort, or at least complex emotional responses, is apparent. Some of these services operate on the premise that memories are discrete, containable units which can be preserved and later shared. But memory tends not to work like this. It is volatile, impermanent, and relational. That is what makes it so human. Other platforms use a more generative approach. Algorithms script new stories and interactions on the basis of data that is uploaded. These don't aim to preserve testimony intact, but to evoke fleeting glimpses instead, conjuring fragments of tone and cadence that echo a person's communicative presence. Largely, we have found interacting with deathbots to be rigid, jarring, and weird, for now at least. We have found that none of the platforms in our study address the emotional complexity of death and of digital legacies. Instead, they prioritize legal and technical considerations, copyright, privacy, and data rights. This speaks to the persistent focus of technology companies on legal defensibility, viability, and survival, over and above human values. As we decommission the deathbots we have made for our own research, they leave residues of discomfort, insincerity, and the uncanny. They are, in their current manifestations, no more than contrived apparatus and laboured continuance. These platforms, owned by private companies and largely emerging from Silicon Valley, do a pretty poor job of the personalised emotional labour associated with bereavement. The synthetic afterlives they create, these data bodies, are commercial products first and foremost.